Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. I do appreciate you stopping by. Today's beer comes out of Belgium. This is St. Louis Gueuze Von Tradition from the Brouwerij Van Honsebrouck. Guys, I don't do a lot of lambics or Gueuze beer, however you say that, G-U-E-U-Z-E beers. They're just too much like a cider or sour or tart. This one is a 5%er and it is a 2013 edition, 11/13/2013. It's sent to me by Mr. Fudge. He sent me one, the back is sour, and I tried to do it yesterday and it was like vinegar. I couldn't drink it, so I didn't review it. I've got one more in there in a bottle like this, so if this ends up being funky, this probably won't post either, but we'll see. It had so much junk floating around in it and it tasted like vinegar. And it was a 2014 edition at 4.5%. So we're going to find out what this one's all about. This is a 5%er, but it's a year older. Let's see if there's any additional information. It says 15 IBUs on Untapped for this beer. It says St. Louis Gueuze Von Tradition is a pure traditional Gueuze aimed at connoisseurs, has a pure taste of a true Gueuze based on a blend of young and old lambics. Fruity apple aromas stand out when tasting. The slightly sour touches characteristic of lambic beers make their presence felt. It is very dry in the finish. So let's get on with this and see if it's going to be drinkable or palatable to me. And he tells me this was $7.99 and he marked it down to $1.99. And it doesn't have any hiss at all. None. So I'll go down the center here, guys, and see what we end up with. Does look like it's got a little bit of carbonation to it, but we'll see how much garbage is floating around in the bottom of it when we get down to that. The other one looked like a lava lamp when I poured it. This one not so much. This one doesn't have all that stuff in it, so maybe it's going to be a little better. Not much of a head on that pour. Didn't have hardly any hiss at all, if any. So let's get it to the nose. Definitely tell it is a sour or a lambic. I'm getting a cider aroma, maybe apples. I don't drink a lot of these. I don't buy any of these, guys. Let's stop in. See what we got. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Mr. Fudge. That is tart sour. Wow. But at least this one is palatable for the one we tried to do from the back of sour was unpalatable. It had so much junk floating around in the bottle, big clumps, and had a vinegar taste to me, guys. I just couldn't do it. So this one seems to be a little bit better. Let me sip on this one and we'll come back and figure out what we're going to give it. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. This is a decent beer. It's more tart than sour. Seems like it's held up very well for a 2013 edition, end of 2013. 5+ years, 5.5 years in the bottle. Okay, there's probably a lot of people that would probably think this is an outstanding beer, guys. It's not my style. It was very easy to drink. Seemed like it, like I said, it's selling very well. Not a lot of carbonation, a little bit when I poured it in there, and not much hiss when I popped the cap off of it. And you can see it looks pretty flat in the glass, no lacing or anything like that. Piece of beer. These guys over there in Belgium been brewing beers for a long time. So this one seems to be decent. Like I said, whatever grade I'm going to give it, I'm sure there's a people that are really into this style of beer that probably think the grade's going to be too low, and the other people that not into the style, such as me, may think it's too high. So very nice fruity aroma, apples, pears. Like I said, more tart than sour. Easier to drink now that I've been sipping on it a while than it was for the first sip or two. It definitely is a style that you would need to like to drink to appreciate it. And maybe it's a little underappreciated for me, but I don't buy a lot of this style of beer. And I bought some when I first started doing craft beer reviews, and they're still in the fridge downstairs, so I don't know if they're bad or whatever, guys. So we may get some of those out and see. If they're not, you probably won't see the review. It'll probably be a drain pour, and if it is, I'll review them. I'm not going to review something that's bad, either because I've kept it too long or it didn't sell or well or whatever the case may be. But most of these are fairly low ABV beers in this style, these Gueuze beers. So, final chug. Probably underappreciated from this guy, but still tasty, very easy to drink if you can palate the tartness. But it didn't have a whole lot of sediment or junk in the trunk like the one I tried to do yesterday. The Bacchus sour, it was nasty. It was vinegary. I started a review and I just couldn't do it now. So you're not going to see that review because I couldn't handle it. I think it may have been a bad beer. There was so much big clumps floating around in that beer. But anyway, this beer, decent. B+ for me, guys. I think it has sold well. Definitely worth picking up if you're into this style of beer. So, with that being said, 88 for me, guys. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 3.9, which is also in the B+ range. And over to Untapped, they have it 3.74, which is one notch away from the B+. Decent beer. Decent beer. Very enjoyable. Very easy drinking. Like I said, probably underappreciated from this guy, but glad I got to try it. So thanks again, Mr. Fudge. I do appreciate it, sir. This was an $8 beer that had been marked down to $1.99. So more than likely because not a lot of people drink this style of beer or are familiar with it, and it's sat on the shelf for a long time. So with that being said, if you've had this St. Louis Gueuze fond tradition, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.